welcome back to another video on the channel, and today is just going to be a short video. I haven't made a video in probably about a year. Sorry about that, but we're up north right now at our place up north, and so we got a few new things going on. We got electric car on the channel, which we may make some content with. Yes, gearheads like electric cars because we don't have to work on them. And here is a bunch of the stuff today we're gonna work on. Alright, we've got our messy garage here, which is part of the goal today is to clean. So again, there's the Vegas, and we've got a 97, I believe, Ski-Doo 500 Indy, nice clean machine. Also a Polaris 500 and an Arctic Cat 600 triple. A bunch of bikes. We've got a Polaris 400. It's a 2-stroke that we've wrapped in that blue. Got a Polaris 2004 Polaris 600 twin. Got a 500 HO, and then the unit we're going to be doing the oil tank swap on is this 400 up here, which I'll get out and clean out in a minute. And then we've got a 500 Magnum up there. So if you're a Polaris fan like myself, we've got a few things to play with. I get the garage straightened up a little bit, pull some machines out, and we'll get started. This is that it's a 95 Explorer 400 2-cycle, and this has been a kind of a fun machine. You know, we wrapped it. The red was really faded. Paid like $500 for the machine. Reupholstered the seat and heated the seat, and then we put heated handles on it. And then this rack, I don't use it for my AR-15. I use it for shovel. This road is pretty noisy that we're on. We're right on the ATV trails and stuff, so there's constant noise. But you know, truck bed liner on all the racks and stuff. And like I said, it's just a good running old machine. I've got a 60-inch plow for it. We use the plow at my shop where I normally do the videos. But I'm on vacation up north, so it's early enough in the morning. Something to do here. So here's one. And then here is our 500 HO. This has been a nice machine too. Runs good. This one's gonna need some upholstery work. May make a video on that, and then how to install a the heated seat element, as well as maybe some heated handles, which we don't do any winter riding on most of these machines, but it does get chilly at night, and sometimes it's really nice to have a warm butt and some warm hands on the ride home. This here is our 2004 Sportsman 600. It's a twin. This is a pretty nice machine too. This is the machine that replaced the Chinese side-by-side that we put the Vanguard V-twin in. So if you're subscribed to the channel because of that V-twin, I did sell it. Just was a good running machine. The transmission held up very well in it that we put in it. Everything on it worked pretty well. It really needed a slide carburetor versus the factory butterfly carburetor to work properly. It did work well for us. Everybody hated that machine but me. I was the only one that loved it, so I sold that, and it was more than enough money to pay for this. And I bought this for my driver, and I can't get my wife off of it, so apparently it's now my wife's. As we all know how that goes sometimes. But the 400 we're working on today, I actually really like that machine, and I tend to drive that one anyways. But this is the 600. And this one has not made it out of the garage yet, but this is also a good running machine. This is a 99 Magnum 500. I bought this machine without the lounger for $300, and the engine was blown and apart, and it was mainly just upper end that needed the attention in the engine. So with the lounger, I think we've got like $600 in this, and then I put tires on it, so you know how that goes. Put these footrests on. These are nice little footrests. This has been a good running machine. This is the first one that I bought when we bought this place. I found this one. This one always runs good. Don't really have much for problems with it. So that's this one. We use this one kind of as a workhorse. This one is, you know, we take all 5 out. This one's nice to bring with. It fits, you know, if we got ladies with, it fits their purses, and I keep jumper cables in here, a couple tools, fluids, things that we might need when we're out riding for the other machines if something comes up. But it's a pretty decent little machine. It's on 99. So. All right, so I didn't get any cleaning done, but we did make a little bit of room. And this is the 400. This is a 2003 400 4-cycle. The oil tank that we're gonna change. This is a pretty nice running machine, actually. It's nice and clean. But here is the plastic oil tank. You guys are familiar with what that looks like. This, you know, there's the fill for it. And then this is the it says it's off a 2000 Sportsman 500. This is what most of my machines have for an oil tank, and you know, they're pretty reliable. This one could use a little cleaning, but this was pretty inexpensive, used on eBay for, I think it was around $40, give or take, maybe 50. And these plastic tanks are just really expensive for what they are, and it's not that big of a leak, but it does irritate me. You have to constantly check the oil just to be sure and things. And we're in our place up north here. Lots of people, we have a lot of family that use these machines, and getting people to just check all my fluids and things before they take them out when I'm not around is just something that I don't want to have to worry about. So, but anyway, this is a 400. It's a nice clean machine. It's actually one of my favorite machines. I'm not a real speed demon, so it's a nice quiet running cruiser. The previous owner did put 26-inch tires on it, which is fine. It does make it a little bit of a slug off the line without a clutch kit, and I probably will never put a clutch kit in it. I'm just going to run these tires down and put 25s back on it. Anyway, I'll get this thing all jacked up and get the tires off and start swapping the tank out. Okay, so fast forward through the boring stuff. I've got the old oil tank out, and if you look at this, you can get these aluminum tanks a couple different ways. And I ordered this without being near my current machine, so I didn't know exactly what I had, but this outlet is the only difference between the hookups for the most part as far as the number of ports. So this here is your breather. That's going to go to your that's going to the air box. Same as on this one here, goes to the air box. Now I had pulled the fitting out of this because I'm going to change the hose size is a little different. So I'm just going to put, that's an 1/8-inch pipe. I'm just going to go get a brass fitting from the hardware store and change that. Same thing with this here. I have 2 other machines that run this aluminum tank from the factory, 2 500s, and neither have this. This casting is the same, but this port is not drilled and tapped, and it's completely empty into the reservoir. I'm assuming it's some sort of breather or return on that they used on some certain years. I don't have a year like that. I don't think it's necessary. I'm just gonna put an 1/8-inch pipe plug in there. And so here you got your, imagine this is your feed at the bottom, and this is your return that goes on the top. Now the difference between the plastic and the aluminum on my particular machine, this hose, this feed hose, is considerably larger. I don't know if that's what size hose that even is. It almost looks like 1/2 inch. But you're like a 3/8 line on the bottom, which I'll find out the exact size and update that as the video goes here. But I've read some articles where guys just put a reducer in here, a T, or not a T, but a union that adapts this down in size or up in size on the new one here. What I'm gonna do is I have unthreaded the fitting on the block, okay, and it's, to look at it, it's considerably larger, but as far as volume goes, completely unnecessary to have it this size OD. If you look at, it's not even drilled out larger than 5/16 or quarter. So we're gonna safely change this without worries about volume issues. I don't know why they use such a large diameter compared to the other tank. You know, it's serving no purpose. So I'm gonna run to the hardware store and I will get all this kind of put together and show you what things are looking like. Alright, so here's what this is looking like. We got 1/8 inch pipe by 3/8 barb, 1/8 inch pipe plug to plug this off, and then the rest of these hoses I'm going to leave alone. These are 3/8 hoses, and in here you've got that larger diameter original hose went up here. This is now a 3/8. Okay, so both of these are 3/8 now. So I will get this tank put in and then I'll show you what the connections look like. Alright, and then so now it's all installed. So you've got your mounting holes, one up here, one down here, and then your little rubber bushing with the nub that it fits into. All that bolts right in, no modifications needed. And then so you've got your breather is up here. I'll get a better angle on that from the other side. Your oil lines in. Again, I just changed this fitting out to a 3/8, and I'm using high pressure clamps. There's not really high pressure here. I just like that style clamp. I did have to put new hoses on. The guy I bought this from on eBay, he cut these hoses long ways. I didn't catch it right away, so my hoses weren't long enough on the factory crimps. So I had to cut the factory crimps off, and I prefer not do this, but it works. Doubled up some high pressure clamps after I cut off the factory crimp and just put new 3/8 hoses on. But if you're wondering which hose goes where, even if you're not doing this conversion, on this particular machine, you've got your arrow in to the engine block. That's going to go to your lower fitting on your oil tank, which would make sense. That's your suction line. It's going to, of course, suck oil from the bottom of the tank, not the top. And at least on my machine, this is how it's plumbed. And then this one has an arrow out, and that's going to go to the return line that's at the top of the tank. I'll get you an angle from that from the other side. Alright, so here's from the other side. You've got these, got some tidying up to do apparently, but you've got again, your upper hose and your lower hose. Here's that, I'm not sure what that was on there, but I just put a plug in it. It just looked like a breather. And then your other breather tube is way up here, and that goes all the way back to your airbox inlet. And that's pretty much it. I'm going to put some oil in this, check it for leaks, and we'll be right back. Alright, there he is outside. Put the oil in, double checked everything, no leaks, which is nice. You can see that oil tank again. I'll start them up here for you. So this machine is a really good running, nice quiet machine. No oil lights, nothing like that. So yeah. Okay, so we're all done. It worked out. Couldn't have worked out any better. So no real problems other than I had to cut those oil lines off and clamp on some new ones, which is disappointing, but it works. So yeah, I hope this helps somebody. You know, I know when I first wanted to do this conversion, I couldn't find anything online. Maybe I was looking for the wrong stuff, I don't know, but yeah, but just would have been nice to have something like this to see what is it actually involved, even though it is pretty simple and straightforward. Oil routings, you know, line routings, things like that. So anyway, I hope this was helpful to somebody. You know, if you like the video, like and subscribe. I'll be making more videos probably in winter time. I'm usually really busy in the summer. I just happen to have a minute. And we'll probably do some more custom stuff. Might wrap another one, things like that. So stay tuned.